Hello, beautiful people. Nilton here again. Back to you for another sound demo by request. Um, so what's been happening? It's we're almost winter here in Melbourne. It's getting cold. Last night was 2 degrees, which is freezing, very cold for Australian standard. I know overseas, like in Europe and America, you guys go down to negative, under zero temperature. But here, about 0 to 2 degrees is pretty cold, considering we get hit about 40-45 degrees in summer. Anyway, keep you up to date. What's been happening? Yes, my finger is getting better, but I still can't bend it, and it's sore when I touch it. So when I play, every time I hit the string with that note, it hurts. But hey, I have to move on. I can't just not work and not do some demo for you guys just because I have a broken finger. What else that? My hair, my COVID hair. I decided to keep my COVID hair. Is when I was young, after university back in 1990, I decided to, first of all, I shaved my head completely. Then I decided to grow it, and it grew pretty long down to here, and then with a backpack and a back on my back, went around the world just aimlessly. Not aimlessly, went around the world and looked for guitars, beautiful guitars like this one here, precious beautiful guitars from around the world. So I collected lots of instruments, different ethnic instruments, guitars, and all sort of things, and brought it home. And yeah, so that was one of my goals in life, to collect ancient vintage instrument from around the world, as long as producing ethnic music or world music, which has been left behind because that stuff doesn't pay the bills. So anyway, I collected lots of instruments. One of those is this one here. It's a Matsuoka No.10, made in 1963. Okay, it's makes it 59 years old, almost 60. Okay, and this is one of his earlier ones. Ryoji Matsuoka and his son Toshiaki. Forgive me, those Japanese people, for my Japanese accent because I don't speak Japanese. But they studied their workshop, or gaki in Japanese, by themselves, the two of them, in a very small workshop, making one or two guitars at a time max. And this is happened to one of the very first one we made. It's 1963, and that was the third one, the third guitar. Okay, so made in November 1963, and this guitar number 3, precious. Wow, amazing. Pretty good condition for its age, 59 years old, nearly 60, probably 60 by the time I sell it. Anyway, it's got some beautiful condition still. Yeah, so the paint is not there. It's got some tiny hairline marks you get when you sort of brush and all that, but you can't see it. It's negligible. Yeah, some some sign here at the back. Got some small marks, but nothing major. Yeah, and that's it. And down here, some marks again, but I consider his age as he's better looking than me. Okay, this is what I was telling you last time when Phil was here in the last video. Phil came down from Queensland, and we wanted to audition to hear my guitars, and he went, "Wow, these guitars are amazing," because anyway, I was talking about the head shape. Then you can tell a Matsuoka guitar of the era when it was made by looking at the head. Okay, I had so many Matsuoka, but you can tell. So the head from 1960s, early 60s, we're sort of up and square and flat on top there. You can see it? Okay, so, and this happened because he was still just refining and finding the head stock, and most of them are actually all of them were made by hand. So sometimes you may get a little imperfection. So some of them flatter, some like round at the top. So but you can tell, okay, it's pretty much flat, and you can see there's a stripe down here, a line down here. See, with embellishment there, yeah. That's from the early 60s, yeah. Okay, now fast forward to about 30 years, and you get this kind of headstock. So this is standardized headstock. You can see it. It's pointier compared to this one here. See the difference? Yeah. This one here, the new headstock standardized, and I guess he's had made a template by then. They all look the same. While in the early 60s, they still sort of flat the top, and some were round, some were flat, probably because they were all made by hand. Yeah, see the difference? Also, the line, the embellishment, the back in the middle here is non-existent, so you can tell. And that started back in the early 70s. Yeah, by 75, all those lines are gone completely. 72, 73, some of them still have it. And this is from 1963, so the line's still there. You know? Okay, so number 10 was the retail price. Actually, I keep telling you guys until it gets to everybody's head that the model number is not a model number, but the retail price. So number 10 was 10,000 yen back in 1963. Now the average income in 1963 is 300,000 yen per year. This makes it 2 weeks' wage. So that's like in Australian dollars. At the moment, the average Australian person earns $1,400 a week. Yeah. So multiply by 2, you get $2,800. So if this was to be built today, it would cost $2,800 to buy. Yeah, but this is much more valuable than that, because the wood, the timber, has had time to mature. The timber also had the time to go through many players' hands, and had shaped the sound beautifully. Yes, it sounds sweet and round. So if you were to build a guitar like this for $2,800, not likely it's going to be sounding like this, because it had enough time, 60 years to mature. The wood itself was mature for 30-40 years before we actually started making this guitar. So this is probably about 100 years old at least. Okay, top, the spruce top. The fretboard is rosewood, beautiful rosewood. Back, inside, mahogany. Neck, mahogany. Yeah, and it's slightly thicker. This is what we call a D-shaped neck. Yeah, there's three shapes of necks. One is a C shape. C, like you write your C like this, and then you got D shape, which is sort of bigger and flat in the middle there, and then you got your U shape. Okay, U shape is even bigger than the D shape, thicker. Okay, and the Yamaha concert guitar, like the grand concert, most of them have the U shape. Now, one thing really interesting, people don't realize it until they come here. They always ask, Neil, what's the width of the nut? Blah, 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 blah. The width of the nut on a classical guitar is always 99.9% 52 millimeters. And I tell them, don't worry about that. You know, I can make a new nut for you, make it shrink bigger, smaller. Don't worry about that. What to worry about is the profile of the neck, how thick it is, right? And many people don't know, don't realize it. It's actually, if you were to hold a guitar this much, or this much, it will affect your playability. Yeah, the concert guitarist like it big and thick because they grab and play and do passages quickly. But the beginners like the C shape, the thinner one. Yeah, the thinner one. Easy to hold. Okay, so if you ask me the thickness of the neck, I say, you know what you're talking about. Anyway, this beautiful guitar, 1963, made in 1963 in November. It's got a beautiful tone. So so it's bright, nice and bright. I would say it's balanced, yeah? Balanced. Balanced, yeah. So you can hear the treble, the middle, and the bass. All balanced out. It's supposed to something. Let me do a comparison. This is a Matsuoka as well, number 80. Solid, excuse me. All solid, top, and listen. So it's got more meat. Okay. Wow, the number 10. There's no better words. If you were to play a concert by yourself with no one around, with no one perform with you, you might want to go with the number 80, yeah. But if you play for a singer and you sing, the number 10 is more appropriate because the mid frame is scooped out a bit, so it doesn't interfere with the voice. So if you were to sing and play, the guitar doesn't overlap the voice, but it will complement beautifully. Does that make sense? This is all from recording technique. I had a recording studio for 20 years, so when we record guitar, especially classical guitar, we just roll off everything, the bass, the mid, and everything, and just hear the top mainly, so it doesn't overlap with the voice. Anyway, that's a different history. I might do a video how to record the classical guitar if you're interested. But for now, I'm just recording everything live to the iPhone. So whatever you hear is whatever you get, but best if you could hear, put a pair of headphones. Okay, so some demo with this beautiful guitar. Let's see, something like button go away. Shake it up, baby, shake it up. Excuse the mistakes. It was a tough song to play and I'm not warm up and my fingers sore, but just to get an idea of how it sounds like. What you see is what you get, what you hear is what you get the guitar, not me. Okay, so as you heard, this song is nice and bright. And one thing I noticed as I was looking at the thing is that here, the bridge is one piece. There's no embellishment here. See, he didn't back then. He just wanted to make a good guitar. He didn't need to compete with anybody else to make it nice. But later on, have a look at this. See? Oh, let me hold my chin. See? One there. It's good. Beautiful. He's got the middle, and then I have it around here. But here in the early days, he didn't care. That's good enough. Let me see. Yep. Okay. See, just single piece of wood to highlight its own original grains. Yeah. As long as the guitar sounded good, that's what mattered the most. Okay. So again, excuse my playing. Okay, my finger is still sore. Okay, so tones, the high tones. Okay, so I'm playing in three positions here. Here near the end of the hole here, so you get the round sound. Move my hand to the other end of the hole. Move my hand to the bridge. Back here. And here. Beautiful, isn't it? Here again. Here again, and the brightest. Yeah, and then over here. And I'm here for the round sound, warm sound. Beautiful. Again, I'm lifting the guitar up so you can see where I put my hands. So the tone you get here, it's, and the tone you get here is, excuse my pendant as well. Once more. And down here on the bridge. Yeah, so beautiful. Yeah. Okay, the basses. Again, up here, the warm one. And the middle. And the bright. Okay, let's something nice and sweet. I'm just thinking, major, minor. Let's go for minor. Soft. You can hear everything when you play soft. And play loud. Louder. That's the dynamic range. First time it sounds like it's simple chords. Even simply plucking to that page sounds good. You know what I should do one day? Maybe have another live session where you guys can ask me, Neil, play this, play that, so you get an idea how it sounds like. Is the moment trying to guess what the people at home like to hear, and sometimes it depends on my mood as well. Like today, I feel like plucking, just arpeggio the chords, and it is what it is, It's I go by the mood like a musician, go with the flow. So let's go. Let's go. This is what you hear in the music shop all the time. People who know only that plucking thing, plucking. I'm just trying to work it out. Let me see. Okay. I think something is. I haven't played this since I was 14. It's one of those forbidden pieces. People say don't play it anymore. Don't play it anyway. Okay. Something else when I was 14 or when I was 14. Something like. Coming along. Finally, my time machine, musical time machine is a bit rusted, but get an idea how this guitar sounds like. Okay, so tuning machines are brand new, they're beautiful. Let me know what you think, guys. Sorry, I was just doodling and noodling along the guitar, and it's one of the guitar where you pick up and you just go and play whatever, like the way I'm feeling now. Don't know whether you believe in this or not, but each guitar has got its own spirit. It asks to be played in a certain way. No? So if it was to pick up a different guitar, I play something totally different, completely different, depending on how the guitar responds and the sound and all that. And if you had more than one guitar or multiple guitars, you know what I mean. You pick up a guitar and say, you go, this sounds like, and then the guitar leads you to different places. Yeah? And one of the ways composers get over their writer's block, which means when they run out of idea what to do, is to play different instruments, different models, or different tunings. And this guitar today begged for me to play those arpeggiated chords. Simple, just like that. Okay. Any comments? Right below. Thanks guys for following up. Give us a thumb. It helps the channel. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. So the more thumbs up I get, the more comes in the search and all that. Subscribe if you can, and ring the bell there so you get notification whenever I do demos like this. But in the meantime, I'll see you next time. Thank you. Back again. I forgot to mention something. Okay, so the number 10 here was made before he had the chance to sit down and plan the guitar, his collection, his catalog. Matsuoka planned his catalog as such. He had number 20 after this one here, number 20, number 40, 30 and 40. I can't count now, so number 20, 30 and 40. And he called them the concert series. Then above that, we had number 50 and 60, and they were the artist series. And then 70, beautiful guitar. 80, no, 80, that one, sorry. I'm getting confused, I'm just doing two videos at the same time. Okay, so 70, 80, 100, 150, 200, 300, all that. Above the 70s and above are called artisan, okay? And so this one was made way before that, okay? Now, one interesting thing you might find curious is I get messages from shops around the world. It's like, Neil, we know you're an expert in Japanese guitar, blah, 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 blah. We got a guitar here and we don't know what it is. There's no information on the website, no mention of whatever, you know? And I said, so what is it? Yeah, we have a number 12 here. There's no information about it on the website. You know, what is it? And some other people say, Neil, we got another guitar here, blah blah, Matsuoka number 19. I say, what? Number 19? Yeah, there's no mention anywhere on the internet. What's number 19? We never come across, you know, you're an expert to tell us what it's about. Okay, so going from what I've been telling you guys, that the model number is not actually a model number, but the retail price. So the way it works is this. And this is my guess, okay? Don't take my word for it, because after having so many Matsuoka guitars and seen so many of them and other Japanese models as well, I sort of worked out the reason why we have different numbers which are totally unique, which there's only one of, or a couple of, okay? So, I make a guitar like this one here, and we call it number 10 and sell it for 10,000 yen, okay? Sometimes, let's say, and this is my guess, okay? They want to make the same guitar, number 10. And let's say they run out of parts, they run out of good tuners for the number 10. So they grab one from the higher model, number 20, stick in there. And the difference, this and the standard one is an extra 2,000 yen. So why not 10 plus 2, call it number 12. Let's say got model number 12. Okay. Oh, let's say go the other extreme. They were there set out to do number 20s, okay? And the very last one, they ran out of something. There's not enough material. So they had to downgrade a bit, lower the grade, and use a cheap material in one of these parts, okay? and subtract the cost. So instead of having number 20, right? The part of fretboard something which is slightly cheaper, call it, give a discount, call it Matsuoka number 19. Wow. Okay, and that's the reason why. So I might as well say it, so that if you get here and ask me what model that's, how come that, never come across that, and blah 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 blah. And music shops ring me up all the time. Neil, what's that number? What are the specifications? I can't tell. Show me a photo and tell what specification they are. But it's just the number, model number, just the price. I can't tell you what it is. It's not like the other companies or the Western company where each model is fixed, the specification is fixed, and what changes the price, but not the model number. In this case, the Asian, the Japanese would change the model number to suit the retail price. So there it is. Now, any question or comment right below? Again, once more, give us a like if you made it all the way to now, and ring the bell, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you for staying this long. Bye.